Whenever someone you care about is diagnosed with cancer, there is a natural desire to find a way to help and support that person. As a caregiver, you may have questions about work, insurance, finances, and other practical issues. There are legal protections and benefits at the federal, state, and even city levels that may be helpful to you. You also need to care for yourself, and there are resources to support you. There are a number of places to look for information about your employment rights as a caregiver. Fair employment laws provide caregivers with protection against discrimination at work. There is a federal law called the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA, that protects caregivers from being treated differently at work because they are caregivers. For example, a caregiver shouldn't be passed over for a promotion, demoted, or even fired because they are a caregiver. There are also fair employment laws in most states that provide similar or even better protections. If you have to take time off work as a caregiver, leave laws may be useful to protect your job and your health insurance. A federal leave law, the Family and Medical Leave Act, or FMLA, allows eligible employees to take off up to 12 weeks per year, either for their own serious medical condition or as a caregiver of a spouse, parent, or child with a serious medical condition. Under the FMLA, caregiving includes providing both physical and psychological care. For example, if family members are unable to care for their own basic needs or need transportation to the doctor. Caregiving also includes giving emotional support. The FMLA gives you access to time off, but also protects your job while you are taking that time off, and your health insurance coverage if you get health insurance through your employer. If your employer offers health insurance and pays any portion of the premium, they have to continue paying that portion during FMLA leave. For example, if your employer normally pays 75% and you pay 25% of the premiums, that has to continue during FMLA leave. One downside to the FMLA is that it is unpaid leave. Many people don't use FMLA leave because they cannot afford to. But there are some limited options for caregivers to replace some of the wages lost while taking time off work. First, if you have any paid time off through your employer, you may be able to use that at the same time as your FMLA leave, meaning that the paid time off will provide you with money and the FMLA will protect your job. A few states offer programs that provide paid leave for caregivers who need to take time off work. Some states offer in-home support services through a state's Medicaid program. If someone is eligible for Medicaid, they may be able to not only get caregiving services, but have a family member paid for providing those services. To learn more about these programs and other financial assistance options, visit cancerfinances.org. In order to use some of the legal protections that exist, you have to meet certain requirements, like working for the right employer and have worked there long enough. Learn more at triagecancer.org. In order to qualify to use some of these legal protections, your employer may ask for proof that you qualify. Your employer may give you a medical certification form for your healthcare provider to complete. In addition to the federal FMLA, some states and cities also provide laws that allow people to take time off for a variety of caregiving reasons. These state and local laws may be more protective than the federal law. Employees who work under an employment contract or union bargaining agreement may have additional employment rights or benefits. It is also important to remember that the laws are the minimum of what employers must provide to their employees. Many employers provide additional benefits. Check your employee handbook or with your employer to learn more about your options at work. Other things caregivers may need to think about include managing family finances, lowering out-of-pocket medical expenses, and planning ahead. Depending on how you are related to the person you are caring for, the law may treat you differently, and you may have additional things to consider. For example, if you are not married or related to the person you are caring for, you may need a HIPAA release if they want you to be able to access their medical information. Caregivers may sometimes need help with or need a break from their caregiving responsibilities. This is often called respite. Consider asking other family members, friends, neighbors, or other members of your support community to help. Professional respite services are also available through in-home care agencies, adult day services, facilities that allow short-term stays, and individuals you hire directly. Caregiving can be stressful. Triage Cancer has many resources to help you as you support a loved one with cancer. For more information about these topics and more, visit triagecancer.org and cancerfinances.org.